for me a real pleasure to be here, taking part of this great event today. You know how life is. I have been asked if I could share some experience of mine with all of you, because the German market has grown the way it has. But I have to tell you, for me being here is a great present. We have learned a lot from all the people who have been on the stage, sharing knowledge, sharing experiences, and I feel myself the first person who has learned a lot today. So I thank you all for sharing with us everything you have, because it's very important for all the people who all together try to bring this message into the world. I will try my best in English. It's not my best language, but I hope you will understand me. I have a lot to thank to this opportunity in my life, to this project. It came into my life 4.5 years ago. It was through the illness of one of my nephews. And I don't know if you know, but my profession, I'm a cardiologist. And at that time, we tried to manage to help him. You know that when you are cancer ill, the oncologists have to give radio and chemotherapy. They are very aggressive therapies. So my nephew got into a collapse, immune collapse, and he got into coma. He fell into coma. So we tried with all what we know, with medicines, but also with the nature, to keep this immune system again in balance, to increase its immune system, but nothing gave us a positive answer. And I was really at a point where I didn't know what to do anymore. So I started praying. And I said, there must be something which gives us time. There must be something. It cannot be true that we are not managing to balance his immune system, to keep on working on him. And you know what happened? I received a call from a patient of mine, a great guy who thinks I have to know everything, and he thought I should know about the transfer factors. So he asked me for advice. And he said, Frau Munoz, I would like to take some natural products, but I need your advice. Some friends of mine from America have sent me a good product for immune system. And then I asked him, what's the name of this product, Bernd? And he said, transfer factor from the company For Life. I didn't know what transfer factor is, and not the company For Life. So I asked him, do you have the product here? Take it with me, bring it to me, and we take it to the laboratory. But you know what happened at this Sunday, this same day? About 12:30, I received a call from Barcelona, from an old friend of mine who is working on natural medicine. And she said, Angels, you are working in Germany. Germany is pioneer in natural medicine. I would like to know if you have ever heard about the best immune modulator. And I asked, which is the name of the product, Carmen? And she said, Factor de Transferencia de la Compañía For Life. So I received the same information from 2 different sources at the same morning. This was the answer from my prayer. So I asked Carmen, do we have these products in Europe? And Carmen said, yes, in Barcelona. So I took the plane Hamburg-Barcelona at the same afternoon, and then I thought Carmen was bringing me to a natural store where I wanted to buy this product because we wanted to try with everything. My surprise was that Carmen brought me to an office. I was very surprised to be in an office, and then I met a great man. A great businessman, the one we have to thank that this project came into Europe. So Carlos Rocha started telling me about a life project. I got in love with the project. I saw the vision. You know, I'm a person who 1989 decided to work on my own and to open my practice in Hamburg, where I wanted to help people to become or to get a better life, lifestyle, with my knowledge as a cardiologist, and with my knowledge about holistic medicine. But you know, when you start your own business, you work not because you want to work for your own, you want to be your own chef, and you want to work for your freedom, don't you? Maybe you know it. You know what happened? That after a while, I realized I was starting being the slave of my profession, the time and the money, because my beautiful praxis costed a lot of money every month. So I had to work and work and work to supply all the costs, and I wanted to earn more to have a nice time for me and my family. So I started very early in the morning, about 6:30, because many patients wanted to come before working. And I was ending very late, about 10, 10:30, because some of them were coming after work. So always when I came back home, I was very tired. I didn't feel like making a sport anymore, like reading a book. My children were sleeping already, and my poor husband, I was not always in the mood to have fun with him. So this was my daily life, from Monday till Sunday midday. I was working till Sunday midday. So my free time was always Sunday afternoon. In the evening, clap, was Monday again. So when Carlos Rocha told me about the project, I saw it. But I told him, Carlos, I have an issue with my nephew. I will come back so that you can explain me the nature of this business. So at the next day, I came back to Germany, Hamburg. I went to the hospital, to the oncologist, and I said with Transfactor Plus, this we will give my nephew. You can imagine how they look at me, yeah? If I was falling down from another planet. And they asked me, Angelos, do you really think this will help your nephew? I said, I don't know. But do you have another alternative? So we started giving him through the digest sonda. We opened the Transfactor Plus and started giving him. And it was great what happened. After some weeks, his immune response was really getting awake, so that after 6 weeks, he could manage to get out of the coma. His immune system was improving, and in his case, it took about 3 months that he was strong enough that the oncologist started giving him again chemotherapy plus Transfactor Plus. When I saw this, the benefits from this product, I asked myself, what is this? What is nature given us with this? And I was so thankful that it came at the right moment into my life, that I really desired to bring this message all over the world. I wanted to bring transfer factors all over the world. I started making experiences with my patients for different pathologies and seeing always benefits. But I realized once, if I only move the product, if my focus is only in the product, I will manage as a person to be able to give it to several people, but not to bring it all over the world. I really understood that if we want to bring this greatness all over the world, we have to understand the nature of the business so that we can manage to build organizations so that really strong and people with courage like us are bringing this message. So I came back to Spain and I said to Carlos Rocha, okay, now I'm ready. I will bring the whole project, not only the products into the world, but the whole project, because I understood this project can bring us balance in all the areas of our life. And if we manage to have balance, we manage to be really secure and happy beings, don't we? So the first thing I loved was the name that the company is giving to the slogan, Together Building People. And I thought, okay, what's the power of together building people and together building it a better future for everyone? And now is my question to you. Are you committed with your future? With the future of your family, your children, the future of your friends, and the future of thousands and thousands of people in the world? Are you committed to this? Who do you think has the control of your life? The government? Your chef? The chef in English? Or maybe are you the responsible of the control of your life? Those are questions I ask myself as well. So for me it was at that point very important to know which is your deep desire, angels. Which are your dreams? And that's what I ask to you. Maybe you can close the eyes and just imagine for a second. If you were able to have all the free time you always have desired in your life, what could you do with this free time? This is very important that we just look in our inside and ask ourselves, if I can manage in this life to have all the free time of the world, what could I do with this time? And if we ask ourselves, and what about if I manage to have the financial freedom I always desired, what could I do with this? What could you do if you could manage to have this balance in your life? That's only important that we look at this. Do you know Robert Kiyosaki? Have you ever heard about him?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Robert Kiyosaki, as you know, is a very successful man. Yeah?
Yes.
And some people ask him, Robert, how did you manage to be so successful? And you know which is his answer? It's not about how I manage it. It's about why I have been able to be successful. You have to know your reason. Why do you want it? Because if you know why you are here today, why did you manage to come here traveling from other countries like Germany, and I don't know if you are traveling from other countries, yeah? Spending money, moving, giving your time. Why? The reason is the most important thing you have to find out. Because if your desire is really hot, fire, yeah? So then you will manage to get in action. You will manage to say no to other things. For instance, to look TV, and then instead of looking TV, you are calling and sharing this message with other people. That's what I did. I only had Sundays afternoons time. So I told to my family, and they said, okay, this opportunity is now in our life. So now I will take this chance that life is giving us so that we can have a better life, a balance. But I need your help. I will work till 1 in my praxis, but I will not come home to have dinner, to have lunch. I will be working till 7. And after 7 I will come, and then we can manage to go to the cinema if you want, or to look TV, and to do whatever, and having dinner. But those hours are now sacrificing to start bringing this project, this business into the world, going on in the dynamic. You know what happened in my case? Starting with so less time, after 1.5 years, 1.5 years later, I was receiving from this project the same income than from my own profession in my praxis. At that point I understood the power of an international business which is based on network, on net, on expandation. Yeah? I understood this because I started this business without understanding it, actually. Yeah? And going through the process, I started understanding the nature of this. But the motor, what made it possible that I got in action was my vision, what I wanted with it. Yeah? I was always praying. I was saying, oh, I need a lotto. Yeah? Because I have a lot of projects. I want to do a lot of projects with old people, with little children, and many, many projects with persons who has no money to manage, have a nice life. But I couldn't, because I had not enough possibilities. So I always was asking for a way. My praying had been heard, first for my nephew, and then for me. So I realized it. I really realized what a gift I had in my hands. So I started going for it. And I was really prepared to do everything what is needed that this could come through. Did you know that vision is a function of the heart? How many dreams do you still have in your heart? Things that you maybe would like to live, to experience, to get. Maybe some of them you thought they would be not possible anymore in this life. And you know which are the most frustrated people all over the world? They're really frustrated. I hope I say it good in English. Frustrated? Is it an English word? There are the persons who have a lot of desires and dreams in their hearts, but they don't find the way to be able to make those dreams reality. We have the honor to have found such a way. Thanks David and Bianca's vision, bringing balance to all the people all over the world, they have managed to offer us a company which really brings us transfer factor, three-factor formula science, transfer cellular science, unique and marvelous into the world. And they give us the way, the marketing way, that we can also achieve passive income. Do you know what passive income is? That is artist right. You know, I have curly hair, yeah? You see my hair, yeah? I'm not Shakira, but now I'm getting passive income, like Shakira. Isn't it great? So why? Because I decided to bring this project as a whole project in the world. I did not decide only to talk about the trans factors. This is good and nice, but this is very limited. I wanted that many, many people could have the same chance like I do on my family to get balance. This is the most precious gift for a human being. Balance. Everything is about balance. So, I would like to tell you a story. Imagine there's an island. And this island is a place where there is some people in there. There are only a few trees, so they cannot manage to build a boat to go out of the island. These people have to accept their conditions. They do, and they live as good as they can with these conditions. Okay. But one day, when they wake up, they feel there and they see there 3 airplanes. Oh my God, what's this? One group of people go to one of the airplanes and they see, wow, the airplane is full of foil, benzene, The airplane has also a refrigerator full of hamburger, and they say, "Oh, nice." And you know what they do with this, with the airplane? They say, "Oh, it's now time to go under the airplane and to lay under the shadow. Oh, how nice to be in the airplane, to sit comfortable and to feel cool." Because in this island was very hot and there were few trees. Another group of people went to the second airplane. And they saw the same. The airplane is full of foil, hamburgers, and they said, "Wow, hamburgers." Do you know what they did? One side of the airplane, dush, like, you know, these buses that they sell, yeah, they make like this, yeah, and they started selling the hamburgers. And they were very happy because they were earning a little bit of money. Wow, hamburgers, great! The third group went to the third airplane. And they saw the airplane and they thought, wow, this is a vehicle. This is a transport vehicle. It's full of foil. Has also hamburgers, so we can have something nice. And what did they do? They started having the instructions book, yeah? And they started reading the instructions book, how to manage to bring this airplane in function, yeah? In movement. How to manage to learn, how to be able to to move this airplane. So they kept night and day together trying to get these informations. And one day they managed together to go out of this island with the airplane into freedom. My question is, which group of people do you belong to? To the people who only see this opportunity as selling natural products? The people who say, "Oh, it's nice to be up and down with people in a place like this event, just sharing and going as the plane, under the plane, taking some shadow, not doing anything?" Or do you belong to the group of people who realize the greatness of this opportunity? The plane, the airplane, which brings us to freedom. This is very important that you make this question to yourself. You know, when I started and I realized this is an airplane, I can manage for me, my family, and thousands of families to get into freedom with this, I started sharing it with everyone. And thanks that Carlos Rocha, Carmen Solá, and many of the teams, Dr. Vina Nevares, maybe you have heard about all those people, they are trying, always giving us workshops and showing us how to do this business, how to manage to get the knowledge. I started growing and helping people to have the same vision and the knowledge to be able to have this balance. Last year, my father had to be operated on his heart. So I went to Spain and I had to be 6 weeks with my parents. Yeah? I couldn't manage really to work on this project. Of course, I made my calls and everything. But imagine, I had only focused selling products. And that my income is just because I very talented on selling products. What would have happened in 6 weeks when I had to go out from Germany and be in Barcelona with my parents? I wouldn't have been able to earn any money. But while I was with my parents, my organization was growing and growing. Why? Because we are developing it as really networkers, sharing it with the people, giving them this vision, the vision of the business. But it's not the way business that many people understand. It's a lifestyle. It's a great lifestyle which brings us to balance. And this is important that you also think about it. How do you want to bring it into the world? Which is your focus? Is your focus only products? It's very reduced. Is your focus really the opportunity as a whole opportunity? This is enormous and great. But it's very important to be successful in this kind of business that you get a system. And that's the greatness for our work in Germany. And it belongs to a system, belongs to a team. So we are making team working very close together. We have managed to understand that if we get together as a one team, we will be able to make great things. So it doesn't matter how many different downlines, how many cross lines, if we manage to understand that if we collaborate, if we work together, sharing, helping us together, we all win. And that's what we have understood in Germany. That's how we work together, and how that's the way we keep support together. But in order to be successful, you not only need the desire, yeah? The desire, the dreams are very important. This is your motor to be able to move. The motor that gives you the reason why you have to pay a price for it. A price of money, a price of time, a price of effort, energy. But the most important is to bring this desire into action. Yeah? For instance, we can have the desire of getting children. Yeah, nice desire, no? A couple getting children. The desire alone doesn't happen. They have to get practice on it, yeah? And then can something happen for that? And what happens if they are making practice and there's no desire? They have to look for options. And that's the same in this business. So, to get into action, you have to focus in a program. And this is the system. The system consists, first, in central meetings. You have to manage to build a central meeting every week. I don't know how you do it here, but a central meeting is the basic of a successful business. Why? Because it's a place where professional people meet together. It's a place for first you make a workshop to learn the nature of this business, step by step, because this is a process. And then you have the platform to give a presentation of the opportunity for the new guests, new people who come to hear it. And this is great. Why? Because in these central meetings, already distributors with success, with results, are the ones who give the presentation. So when guests come in, they have already someone who can say, I have results with this opportunity. The persons who are giving the presentation, they can manage to explain it in a clear way. So all the other ones who are starting in this business, who doesn't understand the nature of the business yet, they can take the use and the profit of the team who is giving this professional presentation. That's very, very important. So people will take you serious. They will look around and they will see different personalities which are already in the project. So this gives confidence. There must be something good in it. Otherwise these people will not be here. And that's very, very important. For instance, now in Germany, we do it twice a week. Because we want to help the distributors who really want to go on very quickly, that they have the platform they need. to bring a lot of guests every week, so you can build a solid business. But there are other parts of the system. For instance, such an event like this today. This kind of rally, I don't know how do you mention this, this kind of event is very important. Why? Because we can share together, we can learn from each other, gives us confidence, confirm us that we are in the right place, in the right company, in the right project, give us the possibility to learn, to know each other better. So relationships are very important in this kind of business. And it's very important to get always the testimonials, the experiences for all other people, which help us to understand maybe our process. Yeah? This is very important. Then, for instance, another part of the business or the system are the University of Success, which is also an event like this, but more founded in wisdom. And one of the most important part of the system are the conventions. So now we have the convention of Miami. And why are they so important for us? Because in the convention of Miami, you will be able to feel the greatness of this project. You will be able to be together with thousands from other people like us have taken this decision. We will be able to have really the contact with the essence of this business, this project. To have the knowledge of the scientists, of many successful people, to have a lot of fun together. And this, for our success, is enshrined, is very important. Yeah? And let me tell you something. Sometimes we think, well, Miami, it costs money. You should make yourself one question. Have I realized that this is my company? Because my company is Angel's Munoz Escape. My company is not for life research or the team, the INT. My company is Angel's. For life research is my partner. Yeah? The great partner who makes possible, thanks three-factor formula and thanks the marketing plan, that my company, Angel's, can grow and can get passive income. And the team is the support that I need as a person to go through the process and to learn. But it's my company. So if you realize that it's your company, then you will know that if you open a company, you have to invest in your company, yeah, to be successful, as it is in any other company. So if you want to be really successful with this, and to manage to have balance, the balance you are now desiring, you should do all the steps which are needed to do to be with this kind of business on the top. If I tell you something, you know, I told you I'm a doctor, yeah? And while I was studying medicine, there was one subject I didn't like very much, because for me it's not easy to be able to remember all the names. So anatomy was not my favorite subject. But do you imagine me or any other doctor, if they want to be successful and good in this profession, to say, no, I don't go to anatomy lessons, I don't like it. Do you imagine it? No, this is logic, not rational logic thinking. You will never imagine in a profession, whatever you decide to make a profession, not to do one step of the system. Anatomy is one step of the system to become a good professional in medicine. Do you want to be a good networker? Do you want to get profit of this project, of passive income, of lifestyle changing the life of thousands and thousands of people of the world? This is a question you have to ask yourself. And be very sincere with yourself. Do you really want it? Or not? Because if you only want to sell some products and so, okay, then you don't need to go to a convention. But if you want to make an impact in the life of people, if you really desire to serve people, getting a balance in life, if you really want to help, then you have to be the convention. It's not negotiable. Is this an English word? Yeah? It's not at all. Because it's a part of the system. Yeah? I understood it the first time. You know, when this opportunity came into my life and I decided to say, yes, I go for it, there was the first convention of the INT, the group I belong to, in República Dominicana. And I said to my husband, I go to the República Dominicana. And he looked at me, because we were both independent. It means when we were not working, we were not earning any money. Yes? So for him was, what? You are going to the República Dominicana? You are going to spend money? You will not be able to work in your practice, so you will not earn money? For him was not clear. Eh? So I managed to ask money to my father. Because I had no corona, everything, blah, 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 but I had no extra. And I didn't want my mom to be angry, so I said, okay, no family money, so now I have to borrow money. Because I go to the convention. I have taken a decision to be successful with this business, this project, however you want to say it. So this decision moved me. And then I went there. And it was one of the best things I have ever done in my life. Because then I realized I have a great team. It's about working together. We will manage it. Because we have the tools we need to bring this project in a serious, professional way into the world. And that's what I did. The question to you again. Do you realize what you have in your hands? Do you really realize it? Because sometimes we don't. And that's why we don't do some steps. Because we don't realize it. Look at it very closely. Because this company, For Life Research, makes us possible. They make it us very simple. Very, very simple. It depends only on us. If we really take this opportunity and the responsibility for us and others, that it can be true. Did you know that success, your own success, is also the success for your family, your children, your husband, your wife, your friends, and anyone? My son, I have a daughter and a son. I tell you about my daughter now, but first my son. He's 21 years old. And my son has asked me now, he's studying informatics. And he said, Mama, I need a pause, I need a stop. I'm very, very tired from studying. I would like to manage to go 1 year to study, to improve my knowledge, but go out and go to America, to New York. If my son has asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have looked at him and said, oh my darling, I can understand that you need to stop. I can understand that now is the time maybe to change and look for other things. But I cannot bring this wish in your life. Today, thanks For Life Research, thanks this opportunity, I can look at the eyes of my son and say, yes, we do it. Your life will be blessed for it. You will be able to know many new people. You will be able to improve your knowledge in informatics Because we will look for several courses, companies, whatever you need. And why can I do like this and say like this? Because thanks this opportunity, life is giving me the present, this financial balance that I can manage to support my family. Couldn't you like to do the same with your children? This is up to you, because your success is the success of your family and your friends. You know how the situation in Spain is, don't you? You have look at the TV. You know Spain is now in a very, very difficult crisis, financial crisis. And you know what? It makes me very happy. Thanks for life. To be able to go to family of mine and friends and say, here, I can help you. Couldn't you like to do like this? How do you manage it? Go in action. Being able to go to all the system parts. If you do so, you will get as successful as I am. Because I had no idea in this sector. But I had a desire, and I took a decision to do it, to go for it, to fight for it, to do everything is necessary to bring this message into the world. And some people get in resonance and heard it, and some not. Of course, not everyone is at the time to receive this information. And so what? We keep on sharing it, and sharing it, and sharing it, and we don't get any depression because someone says no. Oh, it's up to him. We all are free. But if you keep on giving it, and sharing it, you will find the persons who are looking for it. You will be able. And together we will bring it, expand it all over the world, and this is great. And another point which I'm very happy for this kind of business and from the Family for Life, it's that it's a family business. So my daughter, 3 years ago, at the age of 22, she saw the results of the mama, and she said, Mama, can I also do this? Of course can you. You can share this message with anyone. So she started, while she was studying, sharing it with all kinds of people. With young people, with older people. My daughter, because she believes in this, because she saw the greatness of cancer factors on his niece, well, I don't know English, cousin, the niece was my cousin. And because she saw the results, financial results on the mother, she got courage, she started doing it. She connected herself to the system to learn step by step how can you become a good leader, a good networker. She came to all the conventions. She's International Diamond. She's 25. So it's possible. It's only up to you what you do with this opportunity. So I just want to encourage you to go inside and realize what a kind of present life has given us. With this company, David and Bianca Lisenby has managed to offer us a platform which is based in principles and values. A platform in a very simple way which gives us the most benefits so that we can manage in a short time to get already a little bit support. Isn't it great? And what I'm very thankful as well is the recognitions they do for us. Of course, network marketing companies give recognitions, but not all of them try to give it with such love and giving the best. And I'm one who can tell you this like this, because in those years I have been the privilege, I have had the honor to have several great escapes and incentives, and Portugal, and the last one was Africa. I always wanted to go to a safari since I was a little child. I loved it. But years were going on, now I'm 50, and this never happened. Yeah? And then Alexei from the offices from For Life in Spain called me and said, Angels, you have won Africa Safari. What? Africa? So I managed to get Sarai with me, my daughter, and we went to South Africa. And I have to tell you, this is the best journey I have made in my life. This I cannot explain it with words. You have to experience this, because what we felt there, this experience in the natural, this kind of lovely nature in Africa, in South Africa, and the contact with the animals, for me, was the once with the universe. It was a great, great present. I was so excited, like a 15 years old lady who has getting loved the first time, yeah? And my daughter said, Mama, keep down. I could not. I was so excited because I couldn't explain what I'm feeling in my inside. Thanks for life. Because they managed to make us, to give us with this great scale, a love experience with great places, having the best from the best, as a recognition, as a thank you for all the efforts we do. Because sometimes some people understand wrong the positions. To be a gold international diamond doesn't mean, oh, I'm a gold international diamond. No, not at all. To be a gold international diamond means to have been able to impact so many lives, in so many people's lives. To have been able to encourage so many people. To spend a lot of time calling, talking, being understanding, and trying to bring people in contact with their own divinity that they realize, which is this present. And being a gold international diamond means a person who is really there to serve and giving and trying that we all are happy with this. This is a gold international diamond. It's not anyone in a position or a snob or whatever some people think. Not at all. It belongs a lot to do this. And that's why the company always makes the recognitions, because they know what it means. It's not because only the highest become the most beautiful presence. No. It's because of serving you are recognized. And I'm very thankful to the company that they do it for us. And now you have this intensive... no, Portugal is already closed, no? Yes, okay, see. Blah, 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 the time is going. Okay, I don't say anything, although I could tell you many, many, many things. I just encourage you now for the next great event from the company. Miami. It makes a difference in your organization. If you manage to bring many people of your organization to Miami, you will see how your project, your business grow. Why? Because all those persons will be able to feel in their heart the essence, the greatness of this business, this project. And then you will not have to tell them why it's nice or why is this good. They will feel it and then they will go for it. Thank you again. It's a pleasure for me to be here. And I'm very, very happy that we are having this intensive day. I wish you a lot of success and the best in life. Thank you.